Hi everybody and welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters. Today I'm just going to continue on with our series on tips for people trying to get into the industry, and I'm going to talk about tickets in mining today. Now this is one of the biggest areas that people get wrong. I've already done a few videos on tickets before, but I need to cover it again. Obviously, the easiest way to explain what's going on with tickets in mining is that they only apply if you are working in oil and gas and come under the national system, and they use them in coal in Queensland. Everywhere else in Australia, all the mines departments, the statutes actually say that the owner of the mine is responsible for ticketing every person that's working on their mine for each bit of machinery they're expected to use. So that means that if you come over and we have a look at an underground ad like this one for Barminco, if you have a look through, it says all the positions and all that sort of stuff, and they're only after experience. They're not actually after any truck tickets or excavator tickets or anything like that, because the employer of the mine can't transfer those tickets in. They have to issue their own. So if the Hardrock employers aren't after tickets, what are they after? Well, they're after mining knowledge, and particularly the ones that we deal with in Hardrock Underground. It's these sort of questions that they want you to be able to answer, and if you can answer these sort of questions in an interview, then you've got something to offer the employers. Now, people get wrapped up about being able to drive a truck or having experience driving a truck and whatever, trying to get it before they go to the mine site, and think that they can't present to the company until they've actually got some practical experience. Teaching someone how to drive a truck, really, it only takes a week, maybe two. The big problem that the underground companies have especially, but all the other hard rock companies have, is teaching everybody the rules to the game and what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, and understanding how it all works culture-wise and how you're going to fit in. The easiest part is teaching someone to drive the truck. The hard bit is teaching them everything else that goes along with it, and that's where people struggle. And that's what the sponsors training does, is it teaches you exactly what the hard rock employers or the hard rock underground employers want you to know. Yes, those 3-day truck driving courses and the courses that get you to do all the tickets, so you end up with something like this on your resume. With all these tickets going down there, it's a complete waste of money, because resumes like this, all they do is end up in a bin, because the person that does the hiring, the foreman or the project manager, looks at that and says, okay, this person doesn't know anything about my mine site, because if they did, they'd know that I couldn't use any of those tickets. You can't transfer any of those tickets in. They have to issue their own tickets on site. So how should you change your resume? Well, the employers want to know what machinery that you've used, how long you've used it for, and what job that you were doing with it, and that's it. They don't want to see that you've got tickets and all that sort of stuff, because they can't use them. It's really, you see a lot of resumes that come through like this, and they just go straight in the bin, unfortunately. So this is what a resume looks like that flows a bit better, that doesn't have all those tickets on there. If you have a look at this one, they've left working at heights and articulated haul truck operations. That's just because they use articulated trucks underground. But everything else has been stripped back and it flows. And it's only 2 pages. And it's got a clear objective up the front, telling them that you've learnt the information from the course and that you know what's going to be expected of you. So I hope that information helps on ticketing. It can be a bit of a minefield for people, and I'm sorry if you've spent thousands on getting those tickets. They're working construction, oil and gas and coal in Queensland, but that's about it. And unfortunately, they aren't the areas of the industry that are hiring at the moment. The areas of the industry that are hiring at the moment, are all the new starters, or the majority of the new starters, is hard rock underground and exploration. And for all those jobs, they have to issue their tickets on site. So just keep that in mind when you're applying for these jobs. I often tell people that you need 2 resumes maze. If you're going for a coal mining job in Queensland, you need to approach it one way. If you're going for an iron ore job here in WA, you need to approach it another way. And if you're going for exploration, hard rock underground, you need to approach it in a different manner. So I hope that it clears up a bit of confusion about what the go is with tickets. And just remember that the majority of the mine sites in Australia are all run under state-based systems that the mine's based in, the state that it's based in, their system, and their system will involve all on-site ticketing and non-transferable ticketing. So if you've got any more questions about ticketing, please just leave them in the comments below, and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.